Hello teacups, what's brewing? So we're back with Chantal. I'm just going to try and record this. I've got a break in my meetings and I want to get this done before I go into my afternoon sessions, because then I can just edit it after work, I think. You've got me in my abaya today. I didn't want to go full button down, so I've just hidden my t-shirt with my abaya because they only see me from about here in my online anyway, so it's the easy way out. But we've got favourite restaurant mukbang. I feel like the problem with that title is that she has a favourite restaurant for every type of food she likes to eat, so it's kind of a low bar to say, you know? But let's get into it and we'll see what she has to say.
Hello, Foodie Beauty.
Hello. Oh, we have the wig. We also have some very strategically placed, there is a fly there, some very strategically placed polo neck action going on there. She posted a picture of this wig on Instagram, so it wasn't an entirely surprising thing. But when she tried on that polo neck, I remember thinking, oh, actually it doesn't go so far up to her neck. That's probably going to be more comfortable, because I always found when I was very heavy, I always found polo necks very uncomfortable because I had a lot in my neck. And but she's pulled that right up to hide her other chins, which, you know, she's on camera, fair play to her. We all try and do little tricks to look our best, but it's like she used to do with the coat. You remember that kind of sheepskin coat she had that she used to pull up to here, so not to show the bottom of her face. I do also find it a little bit suspicious that we can't see the top of her head. She's notoriously bad at handling the hairline of her wig, and when we've seen her in car videos recently, it has not cut off the top of her head, which makes me think that it's a choice. But she's going out like it, so it can't be that bad, but who knows. The blonde, it might be the light. I don't love it on her. I don't think blonde is necessarily her colour. I think it's a little too light for her. But more than anything, she's very cool toned, as am I. And I can't get away with that kind of yellow in the hair. It doesn't do me any favours. I'm actually naturally a blonde. When I was a kid, I had blonde hair. It got a little bit darker, so maybe blonde brown now. But I was a blonde as a child, and if I go blonde now, I need much ashier tones. I have to strip out all of the yellow. So I think she would do better with an ashier colour. I'm actually considering ordering in a couple of wigs just to try out some styles, like nothing like day-to-day wear, just to check out kind of colours and things. If I end up going for a lighter one, I'll see if I can show you. But she needs a blonde if she's going to go blonde, and more power to her if she likes it. It doesn't matter if I like it or not. Stripping out the yellow will be a lot more flattering on her.
Hey guys, hey. How are you? A little bit of daylight left. I had a busy day, but I'm going to fit in a video for you guys for sure, because I love you guys and I missed you guys. But
she's a positive queen, and she never addresses haters, and it's all for you guys.
But yeah, I'm going to eat today at one of my favorite restaurants ever, and I'm so excited. The food is so delicious. So, all right, without further ado, let's get to.
Let's do it.
So y'all know when
Already
I'm in the car,
dark.
I love to practice my singing because it needs practice. Actually, I need lessons.
She has been talking about those lessons for nigh on a year and a half now. Like, she said in either a live or a video, she was like, I think it was a live, because she tends to admit to things in lives that she wouldn't admit to in videos. She had arranged for a singing lesson and it had to be cancelled for whatever reason. And she was meant to follow up and be like, okay, she's already paid for the first lesson, like, okay, let's arrange this, and she just couldn't be bothered to follow it up, which is why she hasn't had that lesson.
It's just, I think everybody likes to sing in the car when they're alone. It's therapeutic.
Fair enough. Yeah.
You know? So,
I sing in the car when I'm alone.
My own voice. I need to find my own voice. I try to imitate other singers' voices too much. I think that I imitate too much other singers. So, for example, Madonna, you know, I'll try to sound like her instead of finding my own voice. So I'm going to try to sing in my own voice.
I should point out, when we sing in the car alone, it's because we don't have to worry about anyone hearing us if we're off. So putting it on the internet isn't quite the same thing. Also, there is a very good chance I'm going to cut through a lot of this because I've got a feeling it's going to be pretty cringe. Just a warning.
Madonna song. I think
Madonna's
it's
quite
called
hard to
Secret.
sing. Oh, that is a Starbucks cup of water. So 2 things. 1, she only tends to signal to us that she's on a healthy with the water. I'm still here for the healthy cycle, the new healthy cycle. I still believe it. I mentioned it in my last video, and I think this is a sign. However, it's a sign, it's a symbol, it's a trophy of the healthy eating, but ain't no way in hell has she been to Starbucks and only gotten a water. So it makes me wonder what she's been drinking / eating off camera, because some of those Starbucks drinks go crazy, and there's no way she's just gotten a water while she's there. But I bet she won't show us what she got. Healthy eating cycle's coming, guys. I really truly believe that.
You wet my whistle? I don't know if you'll be able to hear me too well. Things haven't been the same since you came into my life.
She keeps closing her eyes to get into the emotion of the song, and I'm like, you are driving! Please stop!
You found a way to touch my soul, and I'm never, ever, ever gonna let it go. Happiness lies in your own hand.
Yeah, I'm going to skip through this. It's a bit cringe. She can't reach the notes. I don't know if it's because she can't breathe at the correct time, and that does take training. I have the same problem if I'm just singing in the car. I'll get to halfway through a line and be like, nope, out of breath. Because I've never been trained. I don't know when to breathe. I don't know how to modulate that. But she is a little bit off key. She can't breathe properly. She could fix those things, perhaps. I mean, the breathing is always going to be difficult for her. But I don't think she's talentless in the sense of, I think with training her voice could be good, but she doesn't have it, and now it's not that great. But to be fair, I also don't think this song suits it, because I've heard her sing in videos before and she hasn't sounded that bad. I've heard her sound terrible, but I've heard her sound not that bad. So I think she's got a base there, but I don't think she'll do any of the work to make it into something, because she's tried multiple times and not been bothered. So I'm just going to skip through this.
It took me much too long to
It's still going.
Sorry, my vibration from the car.
That is not your problem.
I want to do that over.
No.
And it feels like home.
She didn't do as badly with that. So I was just waiting for it to go terribly wrong. She didn't do as badly with that, the redo at the very least. I've been skipping through, but sometimes I just click in and I'm like, oh.
It's really hard to hit those high notes.
Ooh.
When you call my name, it's like a little roll, just like a child. It's too crazy.
Oh, okay. So that's the thing. When she knows she can't do it, she just slips into a sound voice as if she's playing it off, but she can't hit the notes, you guys. It might change with training, but let's face it, she's never going to get it.
Hey guys, welcome back. So I decided to take my food home.
Okay. This is her favourite restaurant, by the way. I think she has mentioned this Greek restaurant before, to be fair. But again, aside from the dozen sauces she seems to be pulling out, she's got this image of healthier. Like, look, it's got vegetables. It's always add more vegetables, not eat less food. But this, in terms of her usual meals, is fairly balanced. It's got a protein, it's got a lot of carbs, but it's got a salad. You can see it under there. So this is her attempting to eat healthy, just not really having a clue what that would involve. Or not even not having a clue, but she's got some really strong beliefs about what healthy eating is, and somehow they don't include reducing the amount you eat.
That's enough. Now, have a side salad.
Yep, side salad.
I'm gonna try to keep my hair. This is, I'm a blonde today.
Yeah,
but
and she's not showing the top still. I will say it does look slightly less yellow in this light, but that might be the light washing it out a little bit. But I'm telling you, a little bit yellow out, and I think she could make the blonde colour work, but not this particular one.
I love this wig. Oh my gosh.
I'm glad she
There are
likes
bangs.
it. Oh, yeah, we can see a little bit
So,
of...
but I like to put them off to the side, kind of.
Yeah. when you buy wigs, especially when you get cheaper wigs like this, because I wear cheaper wigs because I ruin my wigs. It's pointless me investing. So I know the kind of wig she's going for here. But the bangs are often a little bit too long. You have to like trim them out, which I understand she might not want to do. And again, I think the length is a bit too long for her. She would do better with her usual length. About my length, I think, would be more flattering on her. But to each their own. I do think I'm waiting for her to show us the top.
But I really love it. It's so gorgeous. It has like a natural curl. And since my real hair is not this nice, now I can get the appeal of why, people wear nice wigs. So
Nice one,
okay. Anyway, on the blog today, I think I prefer dark hair, but
to be fair, I do think dark hair flatters her more, and it might just be because that's what I'm used to. But a different shade of blonde, we might be able to find something really nice for her.
Change. So, okay. So I'm gonna have dinner. I put pizzas aside. I'm mad at myself because I didn't put any.
Oh, the shade of having a Yeti bottle there because she's not doing the coldest anymore.
I'm bad for that. And water.
I will say, there's the hairline. I'll see if I can zoom in for you. Okay, so she's wearing a black wig cap. I would probably go for a skin-toned one. But you can see it's too far back on her head. Like, she needs to cover up the wig cap or maybe move it back slightly because it's too far. I hope it didn't look like that when she was out with the black exposed. That wouldn't be a good look. But it might be that as she's moved, it slipped back. I really do think, and this isn't a synonym for fat, but I think she has a large head, like just in terms of her like skull head size. And you can get large fit wigs, and I think she needs to. Not all of the cheaper ones come in different sizes. I just wear your average size, so it's not something I've had to worry about. But it's slipping down a little bit, and it's not placed correctly, put it that way.
The heck? It is warm in here. One thing I don't like about living with other people,
and
not that I don't love living with Pete's, but it's just that I don't like the heat on, like pretty much in the winter.
I was pretty much the same when I was overweight. You've got so much extra insulation. You get hot doing anything, and it would be especially true of her. So I will say, you can't see as clearly here, but I was just thinking as she was talking, the blonde does make her eye color pop a little bit more, which is quite nice.
And normal people do. Like, normal people get cold.
Yeah.
But for me, and I bought all these hot pajamas and everything, and I'm probably they're going to be too hot for me, so I don't know why I did that, but...
What a waste of money. How much money did she spend on that haul? Like, come on now.
Sweetie! Stop, come here. Alright.
Don't ask your cat up.
So, I got the garlic shrimp. Ooh.
See, shrimp? I would say low calorie option, but probably how this has been prepared, no. But then she's got rice, a lot of rice, and are those potatoes? I'm guessing potatoes. It's just, but it's got vegetables, and shrimp is usually a lower calorie choice. So to her, that's healthy. And it's healthier than Big Macs, absolutely. The McDonald's breakfast she had, but it's not necessarily healthy eating, you know? Oh, a pound of cheese.
That's just my favorite.
A pound of cheese and salt.
Sauce. Oh, they have the best tzatziki.
Like I said, her idea of healthy.
So, thumbnail? I know, it's corny. What can we do? Beans?
You could not do it.
Oh, yummy. They have the best potatoes.
Oh, they are potatoes.
Hi, Sam. You look like you're in jail.
I never understand why she needs potatoes and rice. And sometimes she has bread as well. She doesn't seem to today. I'm just like, you can choose one carb. There's enough.
It's in the banister. Their salad dressing, homemade. It's like a vinaigrette.
So why you've got a
Creamy
liter
vinaigrette?
of it.
Anyway, I love olives. Pickles and olives.
Yeah.
And feta cheese.
Salty
I
salad.
got the extra feta cheese because I like to break it up in the rice. So let's have a garlic shrimp just for you.
I don't. She keeps offering them to me, and I'm hesitating.
Like a
you're
garlic
offering.
sauce.
I mean, to be fair, those. Okay, we get the point. To be fair, those could be perfectly nice. Is she trying to do another thumbnail? Is that what this is? Like, come on.
Beep, beep.
But the shrimp look like they could be good. Just take the other.
They're
pound of
so
food
good
off.
looking, my clean fingers.
You've just been adjusting your wig and undoing the outside of those packages. Your fingers are not clean, but good to know you're still watching.
So,
Hands in hair again. Clean
Halloween
guys.
is over.
Yes, it is.
October is over.
Yes, it is.
So it is snowing today.
Mm-hmm. My friend in Montreal messaged me on Margot and was like, ah, look what happened the first snow. And I was like, well, at least they waited till November, but she's a little devastated. It's not that she wasn't expecting it, but winter has arrived.
Really gets me in a cozy mood.
That's fair. It does for most people, I think.
Honestly, let's have a potato. And the tzatziki. Beauty pie.
So healthy, you guys.
For those who don't know, tzatziki is a. Oh, by the way, this is the
Yeah, that fucked. That fucked up, dude. Pull it forward.
top.
There. That's
The top
a little bit better.
of the wig looks like. This one actually fits my head
No, it doesn't.
pretty well.
It legit does not. That's why it keeps coming back. Also, when she pulled it forward, a little bit of the hair has just kind of tucked under, which isn't helping the illusion.
Of the best of all of them, I would say.
Oh, that might
So
be fair.
tzatziki.
To be completely fair to her, the fit of the others seemed kind of bad. I didn't mind that. Like, she should move the bangs forward, and then you wouldn't see that as much. I don't know if she's moved it further back because she was sick of the bangs being in her eyes. But like I said, trim them and have the hairline.
Is
Or
a
cover the hairline, I should say.
made with Greek yogurt, cucumber, and garlic. It's so good.
Mansplaining tzatziki sauce to me.
I'm gonna eat the salad. Probably not on camera. Yeah.
And the point of salad to replace one of the carbs at least.
Sam!
No. Why would you call a cat over?
I'm so good at do with the rice after I eat the shrimp.
What has she got against utensils?
Yeah. I have to go for a I think I told you guys. Sorry, so good. A colonoscopy and an
yeah, she did say
endoscopy,
that.
which I didn't know.
Oh. Endoscopies aren't great. I've not had a colonoscopy, but I had to have an endoscopy before my surgery. Luckily they do. I don't know if this is something they do all the time. I know I heard other people in the community saying they had to do them awake and that it was appalling, and I was terrified of it. But luckily they put me into like twilight sedation. So I lay down on the table. There was another nurse there, and they just injected me. I was like, it's all right to go to sleep. And then I woke up in my hospital bed. So I was like, okay, apparently it was fine, you know? But it's not something you want to be surprised with. So I'm hoping it wasn't too unpleasant for her.
I'll put the tube down your throat.
Is that what she's doing today? Got sauce all over her fingers there. Still clean. Still clean, guys. Oh, is that why? Is that why she's on this slightly healthier kick? She was going to go see the doctor. I say healthier. In her mind it is.
I have to talk to the doctor because my doctor referred me to a clinic.
Mm-hmm. Can they not just send the information on?
To have the procedure done. But because of my sleep apnea, I might have to get it done in a hospital setting because of the sedatives they give you.
Oh, okay. So she hasn't had it done yet, and they're going to sedate her. So that's good, because I wouldn't want to, or anyone, to have to do it awake if they could help it. It's much more pleasant when you don't have to remember it later.
So I'm just waiting for a consultation to talk to the doctor at the clinic
Okay.
for that.
Fair. At least she's getting it done. I mean, personally, I would say eat less crap, and you probably have less problems, because remember when she did eat really healthy for 2 days and she's like, all my problems are solved. Like, if she was being honest with the doctor about what she's eating, he wouldn't have needed to order this test.
I also have.
How did she just wipe her hand and manage to miss the glob of sauce there?
At one of the hospitals, I have to go for 2 a lung capacity test and like a bronchial test.
All right. Is that connected to her pulmonary embolisms or in response because she's got to be sedated? I wonder.
So that'll be fun too. But it'll finally be a relief to like find out like what kind of like puffers or medication I need to be on.
Oh, sorry, didn't mean to do that. I mean, it's good to know because we can sit here screaming fat is your problem, but it's not going to be an instant solution. It's not like she doesn't know that. Now, she's doing nothing to take care of that, although that might change for at least a day, but the fat cannot be an instant fix. It's going to take, I mean, if she were to seriously apply herself, it would take her a couple of years. So, like, she needs, in the meantime, she needs to be able to breathe, you know? So, best to see what her best choices are.
I'm on some now. I know a lot of you are like, you're breathing. And I know I'm overweight, but
which is
on top of that, like my family doctor listens to my lungs and everything, and there's some wheeziness.
Yeah.
So she put me on some puffers, but in the meantime, to alleviate symptoms.
Yeah.
But
I have that. I have like if I have an attack.
Sometimes I forgot to take them, but not now. I'll remember now because I do need them.
That doesn't make sense to me. Like, I can't breathe. That's noticeable. Guys, the season is changing here right now. It's getting slightly cooler, in as much as it gets cool here. And I've been wheezy for the last week and a half, 2 weeks. You might have noticed me coughing a little bit more in my videos. I try and cut them out where I can. I'm gonna cough now because I've said it. But I've tried to cut it out where I can, but I'm feeling my chest be a bit tighter, and it's the change in season, the fact it's a little bit dusty, but just, it happens every now and again. And if you can't breathe, how do you forget, oh, I should take this medication that will help me breathe? It's very, like, it doesn't feel good. It's a constant pressure. And it might just be she's used to not being able to breathe. But how do you say, oh, I forgot my medication that helps me breathe? How did you forget that? How do you forget you can't take in air properly, you know? And then she's like, oh, I need them now. Hey, we've been hearing your breathing. You've been needing them for a while.
But, so this is what I do. I put...
She crumbles
the
feta.
feta cheese on the rice.
Spoiler alert, that's all it is. It's a lot of
Because
feta.
the rice pilaf with feta.
I hate her lifting her fingers like that.
And their homemade dressing is an amazing combo. Like,
You've got something on your mouth, honey.
don't want to get any on my hair.
Yeah,
My
probably
hair.
tie it back.
Piggyback. I love feta cheese.
Yeah.
Some people love sweets.
You're an addict to a lot.
I do like sweets, but I prefer salt.
That's actually true. She does
No.
drink a lot of sweets. Drink more than eat, I think, but she likes cheese is a big weakness for her.
I'm just telling you this about my life because I don't really have anything else to talk about. I mean, it's COVID, so what's there to talk about? Like,
What's there to talk about? Let's try the 8-hour, 9-hour round trip you did from one hotspot to another hotspot during COVID while you were feeling sick when you didn't have your test results yet. But you know, it's COVID, so let's take that seriously. Don't sit here like COVID's stopping you from doing all these things. You've been everywhere.
just go to my appointments, clean, run errands.
We saw your apartment. Show me clean. Show me clean. Appointments I will give you. You're going to every restaurant you want to go to, and you've been doing intercity trips. Don't talk to me about COVID limiting your life.
Make videos.
Your life is limited. It's not COVID. Those boxes gone yet as you were cleaning your apartment? How about the picture? Is that on the wall?
Man, it started snowing bad on my way home.
Didn't stop her,
I
guys.
was like,
Actually, let's be entirely fair. She had an appointment to see the doctor, I'm assuming, so she didn't have a choice about being out. It wasn't just for the food, but she took the opportunity. Oh God. Oh, it's still there, but it's not as bad as I thought it was. Leave the cat alone, just eat. You don't need the cat.
Another blonde wig on today.
Oh, were they different wigs? God, guys, I'm not paying attention at all. I was saying, oh, I think it looks a bit less yellow. Apparently it wasn't the light. Apparently it was just me. But because she's not showing the top, it's hard to see. So unobservant.
Wigs are good when you don't feel like doing your own hair.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
Or, you know, you don't have any. Wipe your hands. Or lick them, same difference. Smear it all over. White sauce on a black top, or your pants
I really didn't.
that you're wiping them on right now because that other hand hasn't come up.
I feel like doing my own hair today. Cucumber would be good. I mean, there's cucumber in it.
No, let's just dip the cheese in instead.
Feta cheese?
That is a block of cheese. How are you eating that like a cracker? Goodness. Feta cheese is strong, man. That's a big old block.
Frozen vegetables are so boring. No, can't do it.
So she bought the healthy option,
Yeah,
but she's
not
looking
really
the veg.
favorite. Especially the carrots. You know, like frozen medley carrots? Ugh.
Licking.
No, thank you.
I'm licking the sauce because you couldn't just leave it.
Like, oh, excuse me. Excuse me, wig. I love feta.
Eating them along with
So,
I used to have a longer one. I don't mean the red one. I mean the
am I going to be doing Vlogmas? Probably not.
Who asked?
I mean, I didn't do a video every single day in October.
No, that's true, because you didn't plan.
It's just like for me, like shit happens.
Yep. Shit happens for everybody. That's why you plan and you have things in reserve. We've discussed this.
And I just...
You're not special. You don't have a specially busy life. You could have done it and you didn't.
So what I'm going to do is, I don't know, there's people who... We were supposed to do a video every day.
Yep, that's the entire challenge. That's the whole point of Vlogmas. I am people.
I'm going to do holiday-related videos, and I may end up doing a video every single day.
Okay, so she wants to do Vlogmas, but she doesn't want to commit to doing Vlogmas so that she can back out of doing Vlogmas when she gets bored or it gets hard. Let's be clear with that, okay? Also, she has absolutely no impulse control in the sense of when I say plan ahead, and I'm like, all right, so leave maybe 4 recipe videos behind the scenes, and then you can just turn them on when things get busy and you can't get to the camera that day, or you get an unexpected appointment or whatever. But she has to post everything she thinks of immediately. So if she, like I would say, it's November. You can plan enough for Vlogmas during November, then plus the actual seasonal things that will be happening during December. But the moment she films it, she has to post it. So she wouldn't do it.
You know, never know. But I'm not going to make it a permanent thing, just in case.
Permanent? It's not permanent, it's Vlogmas. You mean you're not going to make it an official thing?
My nose is stuffed. I was kissing my cats. I'm allergic to cats, but that never stopped me.
I am too.
I can't. I'd rather live with allergies than live without a cat.
Which is fair. I mean, I like cats, but I am allergic to them, so I don't like to live with cat hair everywhere. So I don't have a pet. Also, I travel, it's not worth it. But my family has cats and a dog as well, and it does affect me. But when she's talking about her breathing, it's also going to affect her breathing. It's going to make it worse. So, I mean, it's a family pet. She's had it for years and years. I'm not saying like, oh, get rid of her. That would be completely unrealistic, and it's fine if she is willing to live with the allergies because she loves her pet. Fair play to her, it's her choice to make, but be aware that it's not just going to be a stuffy nose, it's all going to affect each other.
We just put it that way. I was like so hungry.
Of course you are. You haven't eaten all day, I bet.
I woke up, got ready, did my errands that I had to do today, then went to Starbucks, got a pumpkin cold brew,
Called it. A called it. I knew she wouldn't just have water.
So I was like, I can make it because I'm, it's only like I'm going to drive to the restaurant, eat. So I was like, I want to take the food home and eat it. But I was so hungry driving back. I was like, can I just stop? Like I stopped to get gas. I'm like, can I just stop and just get like, because there was a Burger King right there. And I'm like, just one cheeseburger. I'm like,
is she aware that just one cheeseburger isn't meal for some people? Just one cheeseburger, just a little meal on the way to eat it. She's got food in the car. She's on her way home, Like, what? What are you doing? How far away is this restaurant? I feel like she's been there before. It can't be that far.
no, you can make it.
But also, again, she resisted the urge to Burger King, apparently. So you're like, oh, this is her making an effort. Genuinely her making an effort. Love to see it, but she doesn't want to say I'm eating healthy, but she's showing all the hallmarks of that cycle of turning as she digs into the sauce.
This zucchini is so good.
I'm not saying her thinking is perfect, but she resisted the burger. She's got a lot of cheese, but a somewhat like a meal and sides, let's say. Even if they're kind of grading on her curve.
So worth it. So I'm gonna get in my PJs. Well,
That are too warm for
I
you?
have PJ bottoms on, but I'm gonna get in a nightgown.
Yeti. Screw the coldest.
Ice water. And watch episode 2 of The Undoing on HBO.
Don't know it.
Has Hugh Grant and Nicole Kidman?
Oh, she mentioned this the other video, didn't she?
A little bit of a spoiler, but not really plot related, so not really. But there's this girl in the show who, like,
where's she going with this?
there's a part, like, what would you do in this case? There's a part, like, when you go to a gym and there's, like, some women just walking around nude. Well, this woman was, like, getting dressed, and this, like, naked woman just, like, approaches her and starts talking to her, like, right in front of her, like this, hands on hip, like, fully nude. Like, she was probably, like, this close to the woman's hoo-ha. Would that be awkward for you, or would you just, like, she kind of, like, just avoided staring at her body and just, like, was talking to her normal?
Yeah. Well, what else are you going to do in that situation? Like, scream and cover your eyes? Like, it's uncomfortable when in that situation, but there you go. Like, just hope the conversation ends soon and move on. I will say, when I lived in China, I joined this gym, and they have no shits about nudity there. So I would walk into the changing room, like the showers didn't have curtains. I used to bring a towel and clip it onto the curtain bar that was there. But I walked in one day and there's this woman fully naked, one leg up on the bench, just drying her pubes with the hairdryer. And I was like, oh, that is a choice. And I don't mean like, usually there are rows of lockers, so you might go behind one set or something, so you're not just exposed to the whole room as anyone's coming in. Nah, she's on the first row, just living her best life.
That's probably what I would do, because it's just a naked body, right? So, but I think some people would be totally weirded out.
I mean, I don't think it would be comfortable, but it's a changing room. You're going to occasionally see boob. But if someone came over and I didn't know them or didn't know them well, I'd be like, yeah, just try not to make too much eye contact.
You ever see
Actually, no. Try to make nothing but eye contact.
I don't know if it was an Instagram or a tweet, but it went viral when this woman, very attractive woman, was in the locker room, and she was like, she tweeted a picture of an older woman's naked body, and she's like, oh my god, making fun of it. Do you remember that?
I don't remember that. I mean, I wasn't on Twitter for a long time, but the fuck, man, who did that? Who in their right minds? And why am I not surprised that she follows them or has seen it? Like, what? You don't take pictures in a locker room. You don't share pictures. It's nude. Man, people are fucked up. That's illegal, yes?
Why would she think that would be a good idea? Like, in any instance. Anyway.
I That's all she has to say on the matter.
I don't know. Like, it's not even legal to do that.
Yeah, I don't think it would be legal. Aside from like morally hideous,
Let alone how wrong it is.
Legal.
Like, wait till you get to that lady's age. I'm sure, you know, gravity and time won't be so kind on you either.
I think you might be missing the point a little bit. Oh, I need to just swap over my camera.
Where's BBJ? Just sitting right here.
Right.
I always have cats
I'm aware.
around.
Yep, you do.
Around me.
Yeah, cat feces on their paws, hair in
And
your
I'm not going
food.
to tell them to get off the counter just because it grosses you out.
Oh.
You know?
Again, lovely to see you here, my darling. It does gross me out, but the concern is that it doesn't gross you out. Because they're in their cat litter, and you've had clumps of hair in your food before, and you're like, oh, it doesn't bother me. It should bother you. The fact that it doesn't bother you is an issue. Because it's not just gross to me, it's gross.
You're not the boss of me.
Oh, of course. Like, I would rather eat cat litter fecal flecks because you've said you don't like it, and I'm going to cut off my nose to spite my face. Man, I wonder what we could get her to do by just saying she shouldn't.
Apparently I used to do that a lot as a kid. Like, my body, you're not the boss of me.
As a kid? Honey.
Haven't had this in a while. So good. BBJ.
Cat doesn't like you. Leave her alone.
Aww. Gotta pop all those balloons.
When did
said
she
he
film the
would do it,
party?
but
2 grown adults, and there are still unpopped balloons in the house because they're too friggin' scared. Don't pop them, bag them up. It's not friggin' hard. Just, Christ almighty, both of you.
They're still not popped because you wanted to last night, and I'm like, no, the cats are around. I don't want to scare the cats, you know?
If the cats aren't scared away by your cat voice, the balloons ain't gonna bother them.
I do say you know a lot, don't I?
You do. I've pointed it out. Many people have, and that's why you know, because you've been looking, clearly.
But Sam.
And again, and that's why you do it, because you say you know when you don't know what to say, and you're hoping someone else will fill the gap so you don't have to bother. I have no explanation for that, so you know. Let's talk to the cat again to distract.
So this is my dinner.
First dinner. Because you said you didn't eat all day, and you clearly...
And that's what
It's not going to be everything.
mukbang is going to be for me. Once in a while, I might have something. I mean in portion wise, I'm not going to like go out of my way to do this huge food display. Sometimes
Go out of your way, like 4 hours out of your way? Guys, house kick here. She's going to have portion made. She's just going to, you know, I have to eat, so I'm just going to eat with you. I'm not going to do massive junk food mukbangs. I'm a healthy girl. This is interesting. Maybe just because the tests are coming up and she's more concerned than she's saying.
I eat a lot.
Let's see.
You know.
Oh, we've been here.
And like in the McDonald's video, the breakfast, I had a lot. It was really
A lot of McDonald's was not your problem in that video, FYI.
hungry. I prefer to just have dinner with you guys, you know.
You prefer that,
I
really?
do want to cook more because I have all this like, I bought all these things to cook with: Instapot, deep fryer.
Why would she need a deep fryer? Guys, she's got an air fryer. Why add extra oil when you don't need to? The air fryer does perfectly well. I will say I'm a little bit jealous of her Instapot because I saw one in Virgin Megastore the other day, but it was 800 SAR, and I was like, I don't want to spend that much right now. But I do kind of want an Instapot, you guys. It might have to happen. If a sale goes, maybe. I know White Friday's coming up. You guys have Black Friday. They call it White Friday here, but November sales. I'm going to see if I can get a deal on it anywhere because I do kind of want one.
I want French fries. It's so weird because like when I make homemade French fries, they don't hurt my stomach the same way that fast food French fries do.
Well,
so it's like,
if you deep fry them, they will.
I was like, why? They're both fried food. And then they're like, you look at the ingredients of McDonald's French fries, okay?
Exactly. But also, when she orders McDonald's French fries, she's usually eating many of them. And her portions might be big, home cooked, but they're not as big as her multiple orders from McDonald's. Plus, McDonald's, she never just orders fries. Whereas if she cooks fries at home, it's on the side of something. But, you know, a lot of things change when she's home cooking, even when the quality of the food isn't that great.
Like, hold on, I'm gonna blow my nose so I can breathe properly. Okay, so
She looked like she'd been
sorry about the
through
interruption.
the ringer for that.
So what I was gonna say is, yeah, McDonald's fries. Yeah, but the thing is, nobody can compare to McDonald's fries, right? But I guess depending on the results of my colonoscopy and everything, and if I do get diagnosed with like IBS and stuff, it'll probably be, you know, probably be a good idea to cut down the fast food, obviously.
Maybe cut it down so you don't get the diagnosis. You don't have a gallbladder. You are going to have IBS-like symptoms if you eat a lot of crap without a gallbladder. Doesn't mean you have IBS. It means you have IBS-like symptoms as a result of your lifestyle and habits.
Just in general, maybe to like once a week, I don't know.
Oh,
you know.
Once a week. That always works out well for her. We've never seen her try that before. Once a week becomes, you know, oh, maybe this isn't fast food, but this isn't junk food, and oh, we're gonna have it a couple of times a week, and oh, this is something justified, and it's justified, and it's justified, and it's justified, and then she's eating it every day. And screw you, haters.
Just thinking out loud, but I'm working on things, okay? I'm working on things.
Mm.
But
thinking
yeah,
about the
like
Christmas
I have a deep fryer
season,
now,
seeing
Instapot.
people.
Food processor.
Because she has to buy all the gadgets before she starts.
There's an African dish I really wanted to make with Bibi, another one, but I can't see him right now.
Okay, so find a recipe and go to town.
Because of COVID, which sucks because I really miss his face.
BB's happy. He's like, thank you. If there's anything good to come out of COVID, it's the
I
separation.
miss his face. When you spend that long with somebody, it always sucks, you know. But
I mean, fair. It's not like you've got much else filling your life at this point, but you weren't exactly close by the end there, were you? It had been a while.
I do miss hanging out with him, though. The responsible thing for me to do.
The responsible
Is wait.
Post Toronto.
What color of lipstick would look good with this? Red?
The responsible thing.
I love this wig.
Seriously.
It was like 29 or something.
It's really
From
slipping
Amazon?
back.
Amazon has some good wigs, but
Amazon has some decent wigs if you know what you're looking for, but it's really hard to tell right now because the wig is obviously fresh, and I find in my experience it takes probably a week or two for a wig to kind of settle into how you wear it and styling it and getting used to it and making little adjustments. So I think she needs a bit more time with it, and it needs a bit of changing, you know?
so cheap. And this one definitely like doesn't slip.
Yeah, it does. We
know?
can see it.
So
Look, you can see. Oh, she's pulled it down a little bit, but you can see that. I'm glad she likes it. Don't get me wrong.
It's so tempting to just put one on.
Yeah, do it.
Especially for my videos when they don't have to be on like too long.
Do it.
Because then I don't have to do my hair. I can just be lazy and like,
That's up to her.
you know, not worry about styling my hair after a shower or anything.
I don't have a problem with her wearing a wig. How could I? I'm just saying there are things she could do to help herself with it.
I'm gonna save these olives and cheese.
She ate a lot of that feta.
Sad vegetables. I don't like these vegetables.
So you ate rice and potatoes.
Anyway,
Oh, green screen fully took that out then.
that's about it. I have to edit this video for you guys. That was delicious.
If she were feeling that wig as much as she's presenting, she wouldn't have covered up the hairline. she would have placed the camera, or she would have moved back slightly from the camera. We've had her sitting here before without her head cut off. It's on purpose. And it was on purpose in the car as well. So, I think if you're wearing something, you should be happy with it, but she's hiding it for a reason.
Excuse me. Turtlenecks.
Again, though.
I feel like they're strangling me.
Yeah, I had the same problem. I call them polo necks, but I had the same problem when I was bigger. I hated having anything around my neck, actually. But look, when she pulled that down, it naturally goes kind of here. It doesn't naturally go up here, you know?
I could be a Foodie Beauty Barbie.
Try.
Alright. So thank you for watching this video.
You're entirely welcome.
And I will see you again soon. You know. Yes, indeed I will.
Why are you being weird?
I will miss you guys, otherwise.
She can never just finish a video.
Okay, guys.
She always has to go through.
Wash this board. Yes, I have to wash my car tray. I always forget.
Definitely doesn't read comments, guys.
I'm like, I want to see what the bags look like. They're kind of in my eyes. Oh yeah, they're in my eyes.
Yeah. But having the bangs there will help you to hide their hairline, you know?
Could trim them a bit.
Yeah.
They look nice, but whatever.
And try it out and see.
I think it's okay like this too. Okay, guys. Well, I had a blast here, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.
Alright. I will see you in the next video. Pleasure to be here. I actually have to get going because I've got to go do some things for work. I mean, I do think that cycle is turning. I think I was under the impression that she just wasn't going to. I thought she was being so defiant and moving so far that she would just have a clear run up until Christmas, and then it would be New Year, New Me. You know, she would bring out the resolutions. But it's entirely possible with all the crap she ate in October that she's feeling terrible, and then coupled with the fact that she's going to have some doctor's visits, and those doctor's visits will ask some very uncomfortable questions about what she's eating because it directly correlates to the problem she's going for. I imagine she wants to eat a bit healthier, or her version of healthier, so that she can tell the doctor, no, I had a healthy diet, I don't know what you're talking about. And I also think, weirdly, she wants the IBS diagnosis, even though, like I said, there's a difference between having the symptoms and having the disease. Because if it's IBS, it's kind of, even though it's not entirely out of her control, she has a reason and it's somewhat out of control. It's something that's happening to her. Whereas if she has IBS-like symptoms due to her diet, it's something she's doing to herself because her diet could change. And she doesn't actually want to do that. She doesn't want anything for anyone to hold up and say, well, why are you doing this? You have X, Y, Z. Why are you doing this? You don't have IBS. You have these symptoms because of what you're doing to yourself. She doesn't want the internet to have that. All right, so I'm going to go. I've got to hurry. I'm going to see you next time, teacups. Pleasure being here, and let me know what you thought down below. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.